information technology in our enterprise world is being used, there still is a huge gap between what is being done today and what needs to be done. And if you take a little bit closer look at that, one obvious element of that is data. There is traditional data, relational, structured kind of data. Obviously that is important. Obviously doing analytics on that is important. But there are significant new sources of data that are being put to use that are growing much faster. One aspect of that is file data, social media data, which is unstructured data. Yet another source of data is data that is being produced by various sensors. Say for example, in a smarter grid kind of environment where sensors tell where due to lightning strike there is breakage in the circuit and how electricity needs to be rerouted to bring back electric power to most of the grid except for the affected area. This kind of a data is growing faster than unstructured data. Streaming data is growing much faster than traditional data. And on top of that, as we try to get more value out of analysis of data, there is the data in doubt, where there is ambiguity about the identity of the individuals that are involved. Therefore, doing analytics on ambiguous data whose veracity is in doubt, is important. So one obvious element of what is changing in the future is the volume and the velocity, the veracity, as well as the varieties of the data. Now, in addition to that, there are other major challenges, and these include the ability for the IT infrastructure to support new business processes much more effectively. If you look at the business processes today, the tie between a business process, the application and the software stack that supports it, and the hardware infrastructure underneath that, these are in a very siloed way. The way they are managed, they are resource managed. And in order to improve the agility of information technology, it becomes necessary to make it a lot more virtualized and manageable, scalable, agile. And another aspect of this is, if you look at the worldwide data centers, as IBM did earlier in the year, in a worldwide data center study, only 1 in 5 data centers were able to put more than half of their IT budget for providing future business value. The rest of them were primarily, the 80%, were basically using IT budgets to keep the lights on, keeping existing processes going. And yet another important driver that we need to deal with the enterprise IT world is the fact that, as another study indicates, almost 1 in 4, 23% of the IT projects are both over budget and are late. And this is because of the complexity and the cost of IT infrastructure. So while there is tremendous value, as we have seen from many of the examples that we discussed, the enterprise IT part of the world, enterprise IT leaders have their challenges cut out. They need to deal with these issues. And IBM Smarter Computing is an approach and a discipline that reflects IBM's point of view on how IT leaders can deal with this. If you have any questions and clarifications, or if you want to discuss the topic further, we will be happy to engage with you during the Imperatives Forum.